Welcome to Wednesday Night Live from the Basement. Here's your hosts, Rob, Daryl, and Joe.
Except it's not Rob, Daryl, and Joe. It's Rob, Tim, and John. Welcome, gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Hello. Good. Yourself?
Doing well.
Yeah.
Daryl and Joe both have stupid ideas that camping's a good thing to do, so they're both doing that.
I just came back from camping.
I don't get it. Did you have fun camping?
Well, my son did. He had a blast.
Right.
Yeah. We went out with another family. One of my groomsmen from my wedding, like old friends, and we all got together. They have twins,
right?
And the kids are only like an hour older than my boy, so
wow.
they just screwed off and played,
sure.
And we just drank all weekend.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Camping, but it was more glamping though. It was like in a cabin and stuff.
And fair enough. I mean, if I was forced to do it by gunpoint, I guess that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, I would not go the full on camping thing. I would not do that.
No, I don't. I don't do outdoors at all for anything. No. So I don't even like going outside. Mowing the lawn, that's about the extent of my outdoors. I have camped before and hated every bloody minute of it. So whatever. So Joe and his wife are road tripping from Saskatchewan up to Prince George, BC. So they're actually driving through the mountains and whatever. I don't know that they're camping as much as road tripping, but normally camps in the summer. And Daryl's camping somewhere in some provincial parks. So hopefully he doesn't get eaten by a bear. So
that's it.
Is it nice and hot in Florida, John?
Yeah, it's the humidity's kicking butt right now. It's yeah. So hope to get some walk and talks going again, but it's not the heat, it's the humidity down here, I'll tell you.
Right.
Yeah. But walk outside and go, why did I even bother showering today? What's the point?
It's more like sweat and talk.
Just
Yeah.
But hey, this is where we live.
Yeah. It's been pretty hot as hell up here too. It's supposed to be a little better tomorrow, I think, but today was like 33 degrees. I don't know what that is in American other than hot. So 90 something.
Oh, so in the 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been like low 90s here. Like hottest point of the day is about 3 o'clock or so.
Yeah.
So, it's about 90.
It's more the humidity over here for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got all the Great Lakes.
30 degrees, but with the humidity, it's 38, almost 40.
Yep. And the air's heavy and you go to take a breath and it's just like, yeah. Fun times. I guess there's a few musical, newsworthy items, I suppose, to talk about. I mean, obviously the big headline yesterday was Mr. Osborne.
Yeah.
That's
a big one.
Passed away, which is I think that caught everyone by surprise. I think, I mean, I know he was in not the best of health.
More like Brian Wilson too. Like he's been ill for a while,
right?
So you knew it's coming, but when it actually happens, it's it's when it hits you.
Yeah.
These guys.
You never think these guys. You think these guys are just going to live forever, but
exactly.
Oh shit.
Did you ever meet him, Tim? Because you met everybody else.
No, but I have a couple of autographs from him, but I never met. Remember that big box, that Ozzy box set, with like the whole single, all his. Yeah. So that came with a certificate of authenticity signed by Ozzy. So
that's cool.
I got one of those box sets.
Right on.
And one of his records, the one before last, came with signed art prints and things like that. So I got one through there, but never met him.
Either of you guys ever seen him live, John? You ever go see him?
No, I never got to see him live.
No.
I did. Surprisingly.
What year?
I did. God, that had to be. Oh man, probably 2008, 7, somewhere around there.
Okay.
I mean, I liked Black Sabbath, but that was, I liked the hits, right? And that was sort of the extent of it. I didn't know any really much of his solo stuff. I mean, I knew Crazy Train, obviously. But my former best friend and brother-in-law at the time, who unfortunately has passed away a few years ago unexpectedly of a heart attack. And he's younger than I am. He was going. His wife surprised him with tickets, and about 2 tickets, and she goes, "I want you to go with Jim to the show." And I'm like, "Sure, absolutely." So it was a great. Hey, Record Hound, how you doing? It was a great show. I mean, incredibly loud, as one would expect. I enjoyed the Ozzy part of the show. The opener was Rob Halford from Judas Priest.
Okay.
Not my cup of tea, so I thought it was horrible.
Was it just him without Judas Priest?
Yeah, it was his band. He's got a band called Halford, I guess. So,
okay,
not my. I enjoyed none of that. I just thought it was fucking noise.
I just got my first Judas Priest album this year. The what's it called? British Steel.
Oh, yeah.
I just did it as a whim, threw it on the streaming, and I'm like, freak, I like this album. It's pretty damn cool. Yeah, but I don't know what his solo stuff sounds like, but I do like that album.
Just wasn't my cup of tea, but Ozzy was great. He shuffles around and mumbles, but when he sang, boy, did he sing.
A lot of this.
Yep, it was great. I loved hearing War Pigs like that. Very cool to hear that live, right?
Oh, yeah, that'd be
some of that kind of stuff. So,
who was on guitar when he was touring?
I don't remember. Like it
wasn't Zakk Wylde.
What?
I probably would have been. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think so.
What year was? Do you remember what year it was?
I was like the late aughts. I think he came to Toronto. He was playing at Air Canada Center, so I'd have to probably Google when that was.
Yeah, just interested. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was. But it was, while I'm not a giant fan of the music, the guy's so important that I was kind of like, okay, I'm glad that I got to see one of the greatest that there ever was, right? So
yeah, absolutely
thankful for that. That having had that opportunity, and I got to share that with my buddy before he passed away. So
growing up, all you heard was Ozzy, and then in the '80s, and we had these kind of metalheads, heavy metal guys in the neighborhood, and they were older, and they were listening to Ozzy. Of course, I got church-going parents, and they're like, "He worships the devil, and he heads off the bats," and I'm like, "Give me some more of that," So I didn't.
Mom and dad say no. That makes you want to get more of it, right?
Oh yeah. As soon as the church said, I always say, "Oh yeah, okay. What are you hiding? What are you
hiding?" Exactly. Exactly. So
yeah, but he's a staple of the '80s. He just always.
Oh yeah, of course.
We had dogs in the neighborhood named Ozzy. I mean, that's how important he was. Yeah.
Yeah. That's 2 huge losses in a year: Brian Wilson and Ozzy. I mean, holy smokes!
It's not going to get better.
It's not going to get better. I mean, these guys are
all our idols are like 75, 8.
Yeah. I mean, shit. We're gonna lose a couple Beatles probably in the next 10 years, which is going to be, kind of heartbreaking. But
both of them still look phenomenal. Oh,
right?
They're doing
fantastic. Ringo looks like he's 60.
Yeah, Ringo.
I don't know what's up themselves yet.
Yeah.
Ringo's off drinking baby blood or something, because that dude, it's just not natural for him to be that energetic. And
his son looks older than he does.
Yeah, he does.
Zach looks like he's up there.
Yeah.
But
I'm waiting for my mono box set is on the way. I'm still waiting for it.
Do you have the first one also, or you're getting the second?
No. I missed out on the 2014 one, so I jumped on this one.
Cool.
I didn't buy either of them because I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
But I did when the original one came out in 2014. I bought all the albums individually, so I have them all. I just don't have the box that they go in. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I don't need it, truthfully. I thought about it. I'm like, it was like $650 or whatever it was, and I go,
yeah,
I don't have that kind of money kicking around. I got other things that are more important. So
yeah. See, I've only got Magical Mystery and Rubber Soul. That's all I've got. Oh, and Revolver. I've got those 3. Yeah, but I'm missing the rest.
Yeah, that's cool. That'll fill
That's good. Glad you got one, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Check it out. I've seen a few videos of people complaining about the quality control has not been great on some of them. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've been saying a few people have been showing on social media. They pulled the records out of the sleeves and they're scratched.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's uncommon with the Beatles stuff.
I know. It looks like they got scratched when they got put into sleeves or whatever. So just check every one of them when you get it, just to make sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, for the money you're paying, yeah, it better be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I'll be showing something tonight about paying money and it not being the greatest.
Nice. And I think the other. Should we talk? Well, let's talk about the other big news. Let me just find it because I have it in my pile here. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is. Maybe this is big news to me, and maybe it's not big news to anyone else. But this is. They teased it on social media, and they just officially announced it today.
I just got my order in today.
Buckingham Nicks is getting its first ever reissue.
Yep.
Which is very cool.
Yeah.
Rhino. It's a Rhino High Fidelity.
Yeah, I've got I guess they had a limited one too with a numbered edition, but those are already sold out.
Yeah.
What's the deal because I have the same pressing. What's the deal with that collector's stamp there?
I can explain that. So what happened was it was originally released in 73 in the US and it did not have that. Okay. Was not released in Canada in 73. They joined Fleetwood Mac in 74, early 75, recorded the Fleetwood Mac self-titled album, and then Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks got very, very famous. So then it was pressed the one and only time in Canada in 1975, and they labeled it as collector's item in Canada because it was a collector's item because it had never been issued before in Canada. It had only been issued once in the States. And because they were famous now with Fleetwood Mac, so there is only one U.S. pressing, there's only one Canadian pressing, and all the Canadian ones have collector's item right now.
Yeah, I don't think mine has it. Yeah,
I did not buy the Rhino reissue.
Okay, yeah.
I thought about it, but I looked at it and went, I'm not an audiophile, and my copy is very, very clean.
Yeah, mine is definitely the Canadian pressing. Yeah. It's the same, like.
Now I have to look.
Yeah. Collector.
So,
yeah. I never got that.
Yeah, that's why, because they were trying to piggyback off the Fleetwood Mac fame. Quality was trying to, generate some sales for this. So I didn't buy the Rhino one because I don't need it. Because I have an original. My original is very clean.
Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, he's got the original.
Yeah. So I'd love an original US one like that. But
cool.
Well, I might have, I ordered the black one. There's a pink one I ordered, and then I ordered a blue one.
Where I didn't see all the colors.
Yeah. The guy at the record store told me about them. So I don't know how they're available. He just said these are available. And he just kind of talked me into getting all three variations.
Well, shit. I was only going to buy it if there was extra stuff on it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, you guys have the cool, glowy, psychedelic. Yeah,
it's
exactly
cool.
the same as the U.S. one. Is yours a gatefold too, John?
Is it a gatefold?
Should be.
No.
Mine's
yeah.
Mine's in the dual pocket. I don't want to fall out.
I don't know what's going on. Is this a game?
Should be.
Storage. It's the Storage Solutions one with the two pockets.
There you go. All right on.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to buy it unless there was extra stuff. And there's not extra stuff. It's just the album. So I don't need it because I'm not an audiophile and this copy sounds great. I was hoping that they would do a deluxe one because there's live stuff kicking around. Like I have a live bootleg radio concert that Buckingham Nicks did.
Oh, nice.
In Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And they play a lot of those songs that ended up on the first Fleetwood Mac album, like Monday Morning. So there's got to be demos of those somewhere.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they would be on there in some of the live stuff, but
yeah. And that first album should get just as much love as Rumors, I think. It's just
I agree. I love it.
Same smooth quality production and the songs are there. Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, this is good. Do we know if Lindsey and Stevie patched things up? Who knows? It certainly alludes to that, but it could also just be their people going, "Hey, people have been wanting this record. Let's make $1 million."
You're not getting any younger, boys and girls,
right? So I doubt we'll ever see a Fleetwood Mac reunion, but
there's some rumors going around about that happening. I have to check my sources, but I heard something about it.
If there is and they do a show, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen him twice already, but I'd love to see him one more time.
More to follow on the Wankers episode because they're honorees for sure.
100%, 100%. Mike, MGK Buffalo, how you doing, man? Watched all the videos from the get together. It looked incredible. Sorry I couldn't make it. It's just you and I talked life. It's just a little too much right now, so I just needed a break. So
yeah, it looks like they had a good time.
Hope you don't hold that against me. I will make it down at some point soon. So
no cheesecake for you. Is it cheesecake?
I love Patty's cheesecake. Is incredible. So.
No cheesecake for you now. He's gonna come. You didn't come.
I'm on the shit list now. So
yep.
That's
he's gonna make you a special cheesecake.
Yeah, I hope not. So, do we just jump into this? We got anything else to chat about?
Yeah, we'll chat along the way. I think
all right. So, since Joe isn't here and Daryl isn't here, I decided that I need a little help from my friends. So, Tim and John have kindly joined me, and we're going to talk about collaborations, projects that musicians have done with their friends, So there's a ton of them, whether it's an album, whether it's a song, here, there's no interpret the topic how you like, I guess is what I would say. So, yeah, John, you want to kick it off?
Sure.
Hopefully StreamYard doesn't give me any toggling issues.
Yeah, it looks like there's some new stuff here. I haven't been playing around with StreamYard.
Yeah, there's a little bit of new stuff. Let's just see how well this works this time. We've had some lag issues the last few weeks.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
And, of course, it's still continuing. Fucking StreamYard.
Yeah. I'm going to go through different genres here. I was trying to kind of move in and out and going through my collection and thinking about it.
I'm going to keep it this way just because toggling it is a pain in the ass.
Okay. This first one's kind of in the beat poet jazz world. I just thought it was cool to mention. Nobody really talks about this, but it's Kerouac and Steve Allen. This came out in 1959. Kerouac, I guess he did live poetry readings and things like that. And I guess the poetry on this wasn't really well accepted or anything. But he ended up doing, there's actually some cool video on YouTube of Kerouac and Steve Allen. I never even knew about his piano playing. I knew he had a talk show. And was he one of the first Tonight Show guys? Can't remember if he was or not.
I remember.
But anyway, so Kerouac's on his show. Steve Allen goes over, starts playing piano. Kerouac just puts a little book on the piano and just starts talking, and there's a rhythm to it. It's really, really cool. This is like cool to kick back and listen to. So he liked it so much, even though it wasn't well received in the public. He said, let's record this anyway. So he gets together with him and it's just cool. It's piano improv, it's jazz. So it's kind of flowing and you got the poetry kind of going over top of it. And I have a box set over there too of like 3 albums that Kerouac did with other jazz musicians. So it's just kind of cool. I don't not a big vocalist in the jazz world. Few exceptions like Ella Fitzgerald and I like Louis Armstrong, but I'm not a big. Sometimes it gets too much for me. Sounds like a lounge act, so I kind of bring in my jazz, rear it in. But it was just kind of a cool album. Kind of puts you in a place and time, especially late 50s going into the 60s, and it gives you a good idea what like the beat poets were about. There was a rhythm, a flow to their music. So there's no hits off of this, but it's just kind of cool. And it says the 100th birthday release. I don't know how that is. From 1959, that's not 100. So I don't know what 100th birthday release. Oh, maybe Kerouac's birthday.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah. So anyway, it's that one. I think it's on a cool vinyl. I'll just show you that real quick. It says it is. This looks like a nice white clear vinyl.
Oh, yeah.
These are kind of my favorites. I kind of like clear.
I like them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's my first one.
That's a good thing, man. That's out of the ordinary.
Yeah. I was trying to kind of think.
I'm pretty picky on my jazz too. Like I have very specific kind of taste. Like, yeah.
I stay away from most of the piano led, and it's always got to be a horn or a sax.
Oh, so you like okay.
Yeah, that kind of feel. Piano gets a little too lounge acty for me, and I don't really like it. And the guitar, I'm not a big fan of jazz guitar.
Okay, I'm more like Nina Simone and Herbie Hancock, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have some Herbie, but he got a little too into the free jazz for me. But that's hard for me to get into. Yeah. So I kind of just like that horn, like a good guitar solo. I like that horn kind of blare in there. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. All right, Tim, what you got?
All right. Well, in spirit of the whole Ozzy thing, I pulled out an Ozzy. This is an album where he's pretty much got help from all his friends. Elton John's on here. Guns N' Roses is on here. Chili Peppers are on here. There's a whole bunch of Post Malone, if you dig that guy. And that would be I'll tell this. The album before last, Ordinary Man.
Mm.
It's a pretty good album.
I'll try and full screen you here. Hold on.
Yeah. It's a pretty good album.
How many tracks are on there?
And it comes it's got Street to Hell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 tracks.
Okay, so it's a single. I wasn't sure if it was a double.
And it's pretty cool. Like it's the poster. It comes with a poster. And this is pretty cool record. Kind of like a smoky.
Yeah, I like those. Those are cool. Because you got kind of like a one of a kind there. You know?
It's pretty cool. It's the album that came out, the album before last, the one that came out over COVID, I think, or just after it, or.
Yeah, wasn't his last one Patient? Whatever.
His last one was Patient, and then it came with this print, which, that's kind of cool. Nice touch.
That's so Ozzy there, yeah. Kind of missing. Yep, see that.
Nice touch.
Yep.
But pretty good album. If you like the Ordinary Man, that I don't know if you guys ever heard it, but if you like Elton John. Like he does a pretty nice job collaborating on that. And
I was surprised because I'm like Elton and Ozzy. What are we doing here?
I know.
It's an album I think that will grow on you, but at first you're kind of skeptical because you see the names on it. Like, wait a minute.
Like Ozzy's not my go-to choice, but it's kind of one of those albums that kind of cross-pollinate different genres. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's good. It's a good album.
Very cool. All right, what am I going to show here? All right, I'm going to do this just for the sake of continuity. I'm going to supersize myself here. Hold on. Let's do it this way. Okay, so we talked about Buckingham Nicks a few minutes ago. So let's talk about Buckingham McVie. Mm-hmm. This is actually not a collaboration, I don't think. This is, and most folks don't know it, this is actually the last Fleetwood Mac album. This has everyone from Fleetwood Mac except Stevie Nicks. And I think, I don't know for sure, but I think Stevie kind of said, don't you dare call it a Fleetwood Mac album because I'm not on it. Yet they made a Fleetwood Mac album that did not have Christine on it. So is it, isn't it? I don't know. I'd like to consider it a Fleetwood Mac album, but technically it's a collaboration because although
wanker alert.
Yeah.
Right? So we're getting there. So, as much as it's all of Fleetwood Mac except Stevie on the album, when they toured it, it was Christine and Lindsay with a backing band. So I'm going to call it a collaboration. It's not a bad record, actually. I enjoy it. It's Fleetwood Mac-esque. It's kind of, it's not the big send-off I wish that band would have had, but I still enjoy the album nonetheless. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't know if I gave that one a fair enough shot. I kind of listened to it and thought, kind of thing, because I'm not big on like Lindsey Buckingham solo albums.
No, neither am I.
Except for, weirdly enough, Go Insane. I love that album, and it's so drenched in 80s production, but it had so many like hooks and melodies, and
yeah.
But, yeah, I wanted to like that album. I think I need to give it another shot.
It's worth it. And I listened with the mindset that this is the last Fleetwood Mac games. There was a digital EP after this, but I look at it, it's Christine, it's Lindsay, it's John, and it's Mick. So I'm like, okay, that's close enough.
Yeah. No, that's the fan in you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Brian, how you doing, man? How's things in Tokyo? Record Hound, he's saying Steve Allen wrote hundreds of songs, had his own record label, did 3 albums with Kerouac. I have a CD box set of them all. So
Yeah, I don't know if that's the one I have. It has 3 CDs in there. So I don't know if he was talking about this one or if there's another one I need to be keeping an eye out for. So yeah, it has, I think it's just the one collaboration with Steve Allen in here. Even has the Crackle. Yeah, it's just the one collaboration with Steve Allen, and there's 2 other Kerouac CDs in there. So I'd like to know if there's more, because I have to look for those.
very cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to say hi to the internet?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
That's John, and that's Tim.
Hey, buddy.
There's people watching. There's even people watching from Japan right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Yeah, man. So now you're famous on the internet.
Yep.
All right.
An autograph.
Love you.
Love you too, buddy.
There you go.
All right. Good night, buddy.
You know, Rob just staged that whole thing.
No, he just got home, and now it's time for bed. So,
Yeah, I figured it.
what's Brian saying? If I close my eyes, I would not be able to distinguish Tim's voice from a friend of mine. It's uncanny and unsettling. I want to ask if you might have a long lost twin sibling. There you go.
You got a doppelganger.
I've been told I've had doppelgangers, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard the same. I met my doppelganger one time. It's bizarre. I was in university and I was dating this girl who lived in residence, and apparently there was a guy in her building that looked just like me, had a goatee, had the same hat on from because we went to I had a hat from the university that I went to, and he would have the same hat on, and her friends kept saying that they saw me, and she's like, no, I don't think so. And we determined that there was another guy that looked just like me. So one day I was walking up the sidewalk to go into her residence hall, and he came out, and we stopped and looked at each other, and he goes, I've heard about you. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Funny.
Yeah.
Isn't there a Fleetwood Mac album with me, Stevie, and the band was 4 albums deep before you... The band was 4 albums deep. Yeah, exactly.
What was it?
What he's saying, kind of Stevie being and I don't know that Stevie said don't call it a Fleetwood Mac album. I'm speculating. Because, yeah, Fleetwood Mac had like 6 or 8 albums before Stevie joined. So I don't know if that's why that was called Buckingham Nicks. I'm speculating. So.
Well, they always played on each other's albums anyway. Because even the, what was that? There's a hit that he had in the 80s. I forgot what it was. But in the video, there's Mick Fleetwood. There's McVie. So, yeah, they always worked with each other. It's like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Mike Campbell was always there.
Right, exactly. Richard pre-ordered Buckingham Nicks. I wanted to, but I'm just like, unless there's extra stuff, I don't really need a second copy. So,
yeah.
Missed the wave, but waving from the North Shore of Lake Ontario. How you doing, man? I once walked into a commercial audition with about 12 guys who looked just like me. Twilight Zone. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, John, show us something else.
Okay, so we're going to move from the jazz world to the blues world. And this collaboration is kind of cool.
Ooh, good one.
I'm thinking there's got to be more songs than this, but maybe not.
I never knew that existed. I got to go find that.
It's on CD and vinyl.
I'm on a mission now.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
And it's well recorded. It was a TV broadcast, but I think the recording's fine. I don't know. They must have just had the right equipment set up that day. But Stevie and Albert King kind of had a relationship already, and Stevie, got better and better, and they had this opportunity to play together. I can't remember when was this. Recorded December 6th. Oh, it's 83. So, and they have it, showing you it was like a TV broadcast or whatever. There's like 7 songs on here, but it's just one of those fun albums to put on because there's dialogue, and you just hear Albert kind of giving Stevie a little rough time, saying, I remember you kind of playing around with me, and you'll never be as good as me. And then Stevie cranks it out, and Albert kind of gives him his props. So it's kind of a cool little dialogue between those two. You can just tell they're having fun, and they're just, it's just so funny to see a blues guy playing one of these flying V's. It's just, I think of like B.B. King with his big solid body guitar and the Fender and stuff like that. But the Flying V, but he always played one of those from what I remember.
Yep.
But, yeah, it's just
that's why I bought a semi hollow body, was because I'm a big B.B. King fan.
Yeah, so you kind of, and so when he's sitting there playing this, it works, but it's like, it's weird to me, but he got such a tone out of that thing. I can see why he played it, cool. But I don't know if they did any big. They have Blues at Sunrise, Old Times, Pride and Joy, which I guess might be the Stevie Ray Vaughan song that he did later. But yeah, just a fun album, good sounding album. So yeah, if you come across this, I'd grab it. I think I got this at Barnes and Noble when I saw it and grabbed it for a good price.
Record on saying that Stevie Ray Vaughan King album was recorded at CHH Stephen Hill. No kidding, I didn't know that.
No way.
Where Red Green and the Hilarious House of Frankenstein originated. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah,
I have a Red Green story, but we'll save that for an all Canadian panel because no one else will give a crap. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Just bring the duct tape. That's all you need.
That's all you need. Keep your stick on the ice.
Keep your stick on the ice. Yeah.
Albert King is a rock star. Yes, he is.
Yeah. That Live Wire Blues Power. Oof, what an album.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tim, what you got?
Here, let's go. I'll follow up with some blues. I don't know if he's not really talked about a whole bunch, but I got into him through my dad, and that would be Joe Bonamassa.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Bonamassa and Beth Hart. Beth Hart, she's kind of got this like kind of very smoky, gritty, raspy kind of bluesy sound.
Mm-hmm.
She's really good.
Very soulful.
They did 2 collaborations together. This one I like a little bit better. This is their second one, Black Coffee. Gatefold. Whole bunch of just sessional shots. There they are there.
Is that a studio album?
It's a studio album, yeah.
Looks studio.
It's a two disc. There's the tracks. Yeah, it came out in 2016, 2018.
Okay. Wonder if are they longer songs or was it like on CD first?
What's that?
Because I'm just seeing like there's only like 3 tracks per side, so are they?
Yeah, because it's a double. They kind of expand it out over.
Okay.
And they kind of made it look the old school. It's got like the old high fidelity.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool.
They did a good job of it. It's a good blues. It's a good collaboration. I mean, does it sound any better than Joe's other stuff? I don't know. Like I find that Joe's stuff is hit and miss, but he's a great guitar. But he's a great guitar player.
Oh, he is. Yeah,
and he's phenomenal live. I prefer him more live than listening to an album.
Yeah, I would love to see him live. Yeah,
but he never comes this way. He hasn't been this way in about 7 or 8 years.
Mm.
But yeah, good album.
Cool.
But Beth Hart, yeah, you should check her out if you haven't heard her.
She's awesome.
She's got some very good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know of her?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of wish I liked her more than I do. I can appreciate her, but it's it's a little hit and miss. But she's so passionate about what she delivers. It's like, how can you not like this? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Leslie, welcome. Hi, everyone. I pre-ordered Buckingham Nicks Rhino Hi-Fi album, singles and CD as soon as it was announced. I have the Canadian 75 gatefold.
Mm.
Now I'm thinking I maybe need to order it. Like I feel like I got, decided not to go to the party and all my friends are having fun. So
the question is, how is it going to sound, right? Because these older pressings are they sound pretty great.
They do, and I'm not an audiophile, so I don't care that it's a Rhino Hi-Fi.
Rhino puts out good stuff though, so
but I don't care.
Like the Tracy Chapman one that came out last month. I have the original pressing. It sounds like I don't need to go buy.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious to see how it sounds, and if it sounds good, I might jump on it.
Yeah.
I might have to order the damn thing, even though I don't need it.
Now, which one are you gonna get? You got to decide.
Well, I know.
The blue, the pink, the black. What am I getting?
Well, it's got to be colored.
Yeah.
Blue. Why not? Blue. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Should I finish my Fleetwood Mac trifecta, or should I do blues since you guys did blues?
Let's go round the blues.
Round the blues.
Okay. All right. So let me supersize myself like a McDonald's combo here. Okay. I don't have a lot of blues. I have some, but this is an album I didn't even know existed until I saw it. This is the Downchild Blues Band with Spencer Davis, and it's good. John, you have not probably heard of the Downchild Blues Band.
I have not.
Okay. Tim, you probably have.
I've heard. I don't listen, but I've heard them. Yeah.
Okay. So I mentioned this on probably the live stream I did with Chris Mann, I think, on the weekend. The Downchild Blues Band is from, I think, Toronto. If you've seen the movie The Blues Brothers, this is the band that Aykroyd based the Blues Brothers on.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. Because Aykroyd's from Kingston, and he used to see these guys play in Toronto all the time, and he modeled his own character in the Blues Brothers after Donnie Walsh, who's sort of the front man of the Downchild Blues Band. And so this is an album that came out in, 1981. So these guys have been making music for 50 years. I've seen them. I've met them. So it's called Blood Run Hot, and it's just a collaboration between them and Spencer Davis. Spencer sings some songs on here, plays guitar on here, and it's a great blues/rock album. Mm-hmm. So Spencer Davis, obviously the Welsh blues guy that's been around for ever and ever from the Spencer Davis group. But Downchild, a Canadian blues institution that have been around. I think they're on their farewell tour right now. So kind of a fun record. There you go. Great collaboration. Let's see here. Ryan talking about Buckingham Midson. Massive, long-awaited repress. It has to be top quality, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially
Richie. How you doing, man? I said I'd rather buy something I never heard than to reissue something I already have. Yeah, see, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I didn't order it because I have my original. My original's flawless. Do I need it? I wish there was extra stuff, and then some live and. But, yeah, I don't need it, but I don't know. Yeah. Record on saying quality press some good records. They were contracted to press all the Canadian Warner labels in the 70s. Yeah, I've got some great sounding quality records. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't do it with a lot of albums if I already have one, but this one was kind of like kind of fell in a different category. It's like a long awaited.
Yeah. Ryan saying he found the Blues Brothers soundtrack the other day. And I mentioned this when I talked about this. Like I said, I think it was on Chris Mann's live stream. I had the Blues Brothers soundtrack and the other Blues Brothers album, and I have no idea where the hell they are. Somewhere between 5 apartments ago in this house, they disappeared. So, Richard's saying he never owned it. So, yeah, that's what a lot of people are thrilled about because, I mean, you can find them, but, they're not plentiful because there was only ever one American issue and one Canadian issue.
I've seen one copy in, 5-6 years I've been back in vinyl, getting vinyl.
Yeah.
And, of course, I grabbed it. I saw it.
It did need a reissue, and I'm sure Lindsay and Stevie are happy that they're going to get big paychecks for doing absolutely nothing.
It's obviously in demand. You can just tell.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Okay. John.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna bring the blues loop around one more time, but
okay. I don't have any more blues that I'm showing. Today.
Okay. Yeah, you can stop the train after me.
Okay.
But this was a great one. This is like a great sounding album. This is Muddy Waters, folk singer.
That's a good one.
Came out got about a year or two. This is my second copy. First one I sold back to the record store. I have a third one that's still sealed. Some quality control issues. Seam split. You're paying over $100 for these bad boys. And yeah, it seam splits. The record was kind of one of these numbers. Didn't seem to really affect the sound when it played, but like probably any record person, you see this going on and you're like, it's driving me nuts. So I've been for a good year now. I've been deciding if I should open that third one and see if it's any better than the first two. But this is a collaboration between the big three names on here is they're Muddy Waters on guitar. You had Buddy Guy on guitar, and you also had oh my God, what's his name? The bass player. And now his name's escaping me. That's going to drive me nuts. But these three guys right here. Oh my God, why can't I remember the bass player's name? Hold on.
Read the notes, John.
Muddy Waters, Buddy Guy, Willie Dixon. Come on. God, because there's another Willie Dixon album I have that's excellent. It's one of those albums you hear it playing in a record store. You're like, what the hell is that? And you buy the album off the turntable at the record store. But this is a really mostly remember, it's mostly acoustic based. Yeah, it's acoustic based album, so it's very clear. There's a little bit of banter with the blues guys, and I always love that. A little bit of joking around or whatever. But as far as quality and just sounding good, this is one you could turn on, crank up, and it just sounds so good. Willie Dixon's bass back here, he's playing one of these upright basses, and you can just hear it. Every instrument, because there's only 4 instruments really on each song. So
is that Buddy Guy?
Yeah, Buddy Guy's right here.
Oh man, yeah,
young Buddy Guy.
He's awesome.
So I'm assuming what you have is Muddy singing and doing rhythm, and then you got Buddy playing leads through it. And not, Buddy Guy is hit and miss with me sometimes because he gets a little squeaky squawky.
Yeah.
It's a give and take, right? Because there's a lot of emotion and passion coming through that squeaky squawky. And Clapton even emulated that at some points in his career because he was a big Buddy Guy guy. But this is a little more contained. So you have that rhythm with the vocals, little lead kind of going, that bass doom, doom, doom going through there, and then drums on some of the songs. I don't know what the big songs. They have Good Morning Little Schoolgirl on here, a Sonny Boy Williamson song. Cold Weather Blues is good. They're all good. Country Boy. So it's just well done. So I'm hoping finally I'll open that third copy and get a good copy. Now I know the guy that actually bought the first copy, and he was okay with it. So we ran into each other at the store, and he goes, "Oh, you're the responsible for me getting this album." I said, "Hey, you bought it, dude. Can't help you." It wasn't like it was skipping or scratched or anything, but yeah. So if you're looking for a good sounding blues album, this is it. And it is available just in regular format without the big box and stuff. But it's a very good sounding blues album. So you should check it out.
Record Hound's pointing at Electric Mud was a barely credited collaboration between Muddy Waters and Rotary Connection. Yeah,
and that's the one Muddy didn't like, I believe. Is that the one where he put Muddy Waters does not like this album or something on there? If that's the one I remember.
It's out of my wheelhouse.
That's what we're here for, to educate each other.
There we go. All right, Tim, educate me.
I could continue the blues, but I'll change it up.
Switch it up.
Let's do. This is a freaking awesome album. Have you guys heard of the Claypool Lennon Delirium?
Yes.
No.
This album.
I know the name. That's it.
So this album is so good. You got to listen to this. Sean Lennon, Les Claypool of Primus, I believe it is. It Primus? Super psychedelic record.
Oh, that's cool.
So Claypool.
This record is so good.
Lennon.
If you like Sean, I don't know if you guys follow Sean Lennon at all.
No, I haven't really given his stuff a chance.
His older solo stuff is not so good.
Mm-hmm.
But he really comes into his craft
by
now with this collaboration. Yeah, you just gotta check it out. It's I wouldn't say it's proggy, but it's like pop prog.
We got Primus in there. You got that mix.
Yeah.
A little out there.
But he just goes like Claypool just goes off.
Okay.
And adds that tone, that kind of that that Primus tone, but Sean kind of brings in the melody and the guitars, and yeah, highly recommend.
Is that signed by both of them?
Yeah.
Did you meet both of them?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Sorry.
God damn.
Yeah. This for this tour, I met them on this. So 2019 is when they were playing Toronto, actually.
I have to check that out. Yeah, I just wrote it down to check it out.
They have another album called Monolith. It's like a yellow album. That's also very, very good too.
Mm-hmm.
But their second one is, in my opinion, a little bit stronger. But their first one's very, very good too.
Now, is there a rumor? I saw a thing the other day, and I didn't check into it, about like you had the Paul McCartney's son, which I didn't know he played anything.
James. Yeah.
Ringo's son and Sean Lennon doing a project together, but I don't know if they were joking in the thing that I read. So I don't know if anybody heard anything.
I read something about it, but I didn't pursue it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Okay.
I have a funny story about James.
We're in the studio doing something, whatever that means. I don't know.
No. What does McCartney's son play? I don't even know if he...
Guitar.
Oh, does he?
Guitar,
okay.
Yeah. I saw him live a couple of times. He came out with an EP and an album in the mid 2015, 2016 time frame. He was coming kind of...
Makes sense, yeah.
I saw him a couple of times. I got some funny stories to tell one day, but...
Okay, cool. Oh, there you go.
He's a strange one.
Okay.
He's a bit socially awkward.
He kind of seems a little,
Yeah, he's a bit socially awkward.
Okay.
All right. Richard saying, "Baby Beatles."
I like that one. Yeah.
Not really baby when you consider Zach is 60 years old.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah, pictures of them with little pacifiers on their mouths on the cover. That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm going to go with one of my favorite collaborations. This was a collaboration that spanned 3 albums. I'm going to show the second one. Billy Bragg and Wilco. Great. If you haven't heard this, it's really good. So Billy Bragg, the British folk singer, protest singer, I guess, be probably a way to describe him. Very politically motivated folk singer, I guess. And Wilco, I mean, probably everyone knows Wilco from Chicago. They got together and did 3 albums, Mermaid Avenue, Volume 1, 2, and 3. It started off as one. It was so successful, they ended up doing 3 of them in the 90s. And what it is they took Woody Guthrie lyrics and put them to music. So they're unfinished Woody Guthrie songs that they fully realized. And they're really, really good. These albums on vinyl are incredibly hard to find and very expensive. I'm thankful that I bought all 3 of them when they first came out. There's the back, and we always say if it's a gatefold, you got to show it. There they are there. Yeah, I really enjoy these. On a personal note, my buddy Bob that was in Wilco at the time plays on all 3 of these albums, and then he and Wilco parted ways after these, and he joined Billy Bragg's band for a year before he moved to Canada. So, yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about these, none of which I'm allowed to share. So, great collaborations if you like Wilco or you sort of like that, British, stick it to the man kind of music. So, yeah,
cool.
Richard's saying it's an odd collaboration, and it is, but when you listen to it, Richard, it really works. They had one sort of, I guess I would call it a minor hit is not the word, but if you want to get a sense of it, California Stars off the first one is probably the best of all of them. It's Jeff Tweedy from Wilco sings the lead vocal on it, but they're all really good songs. So. There you go. Okay, John.
All right. So we're going to get a little rock here. This is kind of a super group. This is a band that had me like from the go when I first, what was the first one I heard off of this? I think it was Like a Stone. And then I Am the Highway. It's just, it's like poetry lyrics to me. The set's a visual, not a direct visual, but it's a kind of combination with Chris Cornell. So you have Audio Slave. or not these. This is Audio Slave, Soundgarden, and then the guys from what do you call it, Rage Against the Machine. So you got Tom Morello in here, and I just like Tom Morello's the way he kind of approaches the guitar from a different way. It's more about effect and feel. It's not kind of straight rhythm, so you have this kind of cool like riffs going through this thing. But this has everything for me. I'm more of like I have to have that melody, I have to have the hooks and everything in there, and it has that. Plus, it kicks you in the nuts at the same time. So those songs are more like heavy pop songs in a way, more commercial, I guess, than the rest of the album. But as I kind of kept listening to the album, every freaking song on this grew on me, like Cochise, Gasoline, Hypnotize, Getaway Car is a really good song, Last Remaining Light. But it's just a really good album melodically and like I said, lyrically and everything. So it's just a fun album to put on. I know they have more albums and I do need to check them out. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, if you and this took me by surprise. I had no idea. I don't remember how I heard the first song, but once I heard that Highway or Like a Stone, I was like, oh, I got to hear the rest of this. It's not the same music, but it kind of hit me in the same way the first time I heard like the Wallflowers, Bringing Down the Horse. When you heard One Headlight, you're like, oh, what is this? And then it introduced the whole album to you. And I felt like this kind of did the same thing for me. So good collaboration between two big groups. So Audio Slave.
Good one. Richard says he has karaoke to Cochise. So there you go.
I'd like to see that, Richard.
That'd be something.
How many beers in on that one?
The tap house was busy that night.
No kidding.
What's Rich saying? Tom Morello is amazing. Rage Against the Machine singer annoyed me in concert. Too preachy.
Yeah, preachy, and he kind of had that squeaky, squawky kind of, not squeaky, but weird way he sang. Yeah.
He was just in Ottawa a couple days ago. Tom Morello.
Yeah. Cool. I got a little Tom Morello coming up later too. Another collab.
Hey Trevor, how you doing, man? Made it home safe and sound. Survived the Buffalo experience. That's good.
Got to meet some friends. That's cool.
Yeah. All right, Tim.
All right. Let's do. Here we go. Let's do this one. This one's a pretty out there collaboration. I don't know how close these guys are, but how this actually came about, I don't entirely know. But anyone who knows the Sparks knows how weird they can be. Mm-hmm. And they collaborated with Franz Ferdinand and came out with this album called FFS, Franz Ferdinand Sparks.
Yeah, I've heard.
Are you sure that's what it means?
It's just called FFS. There's no album.
Maybe it means for fuck's sakes.
Yeah,
what's that?
Maybe it means for fuck's sakes.
That's what I thought. Yeah. What is this album, for fuck's sake?
But it's good. So Franz Ferdinand, they collaborated with Sparks, and they came out with this record. Now I don't know how close they are. I don't know how this came about. I don't know, but the music is good. I mean, if you like the Sparks to begin with, I know it's not everybody's cup of tea.
You got to be in the mood. Yep.
You got to be in the mood.
Yep.
But I like them. I'm actually going to see them in Toronto next month.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Franz Ferdinand, I'm not the hugest fan, except for the hits. But this album is not too bad, actually. It's pretty good. Like, it works. It's a collaboration that works.
Yeah, Sparks is very tight, good-sounding band. They're just quirky.
Yeah, well, they're like chameleons. Every album is different from the next, so you can't really conventionalize what.
No. You
can't really, yeah.
Yeah. They're true artists, I guess you could say.
Yeah. It came out in 2015. That's when this came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's worth checking out if you like either band, or if you're just curious. But
yeah, that's a cool one to check out.
Yeah.
Psychos Platters, good evening. How you doing? Okay, I'm going to show one that John is a big fan of, and I'm a big fan of, but I don't think John owns this record.
I still haven't found this one. I know what you're going to show here.
All right, so I'm going to enlarge myself.
Oh boy,
not like that.
Oh.
John and I are both big Sheryl Crow fans, so this is live from the Ryman and More. which came out in 2021. Great live record, obviously from the Ryman Auditorium. There are some guests on here. She does a song with Jason Isbell. She does another song with Stevie Nicks. And Waddy Wachtel is her guitar player in that song, who actually is Stevie Nicks' guitar player. One of my favorite guitar players. Luscious is on here. I don't give a crap. Emmylou Harris is on here. Brandy Carlisle's on here. So there's a bunch of collaborations on here, and they're really, really good. She did a whole collaboration album called Threads, which I don't own because I'm not a giant fan of that one. But
that's country, modern country artists.
Yeah, well, I didn't like it at all. But this is really good. This is obviously it's all of Cheryl's big hits.
Yep.
And some other songs that aren't big hits done live, and got a few guests in here. It's 4 LPs, so it's a
wow.
I'm checking Spotify now to see if it's available because I'll listen to that tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's really good. I enjoy it. She's got that other live album, the pink one, live from the Capitol Theater.
Yeah, I see that all the time.
That one sucks.
Yeah, see, I got to get this one.
It's not good. This is really good. I like this a lot, and I know you would too, John. So
yeah, it was at the store too, and I was like, and I passed it up, and then I never saw it again.
Well, you should get it. It's great. I mean, I love.
Who does she do Leaving Las Vegas with?
Nobody, just herself.
Oh, okay, curious. That's one of my favorites from her.
Yeah. There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 collaborations across 4 tracks, and a lot of these she just does by herself. But so it's all the hits are on here and some other non-hits as well. So
yeah, she's got a tight band. Yeah,
I love a live record. So there you go. So, did you hear the new song yet, John? She just put out a new tune.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I haven't heard it yet. So.
It's too slick in production, and there's not a lot of. When you know her early stuff, especially those first 3-4 albums,
right?
You know what she could do, and I understand she's 60 now; it's a little different, but yeah, it's just a little too typical,
Sure.
But I'm still a Sheryl Crow fan. So.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Me too. Okay, John, what you got?
All right. Well, this one's got a whole lot of collaborations. I was trying to see if there's one of these that you guys mentioned on there already, but Dion, Dion and the Belmonts.
Oh yeah,
he's kind of he's being a blues guy lately, I think. I just remember in the 80s, you always knew what was the big one, The Wanderer and Run Around. He didn't Run Around Sue. Right?
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's this Teenager in Love. I love that song. And then there's another one I can't remember. But anyway, so he did this. This is a double album, and you just look at the names on here. You got Billy Gibbons, you got Springsteen, and Patti Scialfa does a song with him. I'm not a big Boz Scaggs guy, but yeah, Clapton. Talk about wankers, right? There's your wanker.
There he is.
G.E. Smith. I'm not familiar with Jimmy Vivino, but there's your Joe Bonamassa right there. What's the other one? You got Keb Mo, and there's Mark Knopfler. There's Patty. Why didn't you put them together? What the heck? Peter Frampton, Ricky Lee Jones. So it's just a fun album. It's not like spectacular. It's not the greatest, but it's well recorded. It's not overproduced, and you get a feel for it. It's a little gatefold there. But it's just cool to see him because he's got to be at least in his 80s, I would think, at this point. Yeah, I mean, he's got to be. But yeah, just a good rhythm and blues, kind of blues-based album. And his voice really sounds good on here. It doesn't sound aged at all. So he's taking pretty good care of the voice. So yeah, a little Dion stomping ground there.
I like it. That's cool. Good one. That's cool. All right, Tim.
All right, here's a cool one. Here's a record store day pickup from I don't know what year. It says 2012, but I don't remember it being that long ago. Maybe that's when the album came out, but anyway. This is really, really cool. If you're an Elton John fan.
Oh yeah. They
did this this Pinau band. Have you heard of this?
How have I not seen this? This must be an old.
So it came out, the record, it was recorded in 2012. But this is a record store, so this is like a first time on vinyl or whatever, whatever they do, exclusives. So I got this during one of the record store days ages ago, and it's basically each song. So you know that Dua Lipa Elton John where they do like sacrifice. They take different Elton songs and they mash them into one song, and you know what? But this is no collaboration. So this is all Elton. But this band Panau takes Elton songs and takes 4 or 5 Elton songs and kind of transposes them and changes the keys to make them all work together into one, kind of like what Paul McCartney did with what was that album in the 90s? It'll come back to me. Same sort of idea. But this is really cool. So you don't get any of those guest singers and whatever. It's all Elton material. But it's all been kind of remixed and retweaked to.
Right.
So it's really neat.
What songs are on there? So I never heard of it.
So Good Morning to the Night is actually. Does it actually say?
That's Mona Lisa's and Mad Hatter's. Say Good Morning.
Yeah. So I don't know if it actually says in the liner notes. What songs are which? I mean, you could probably get it on Spotify or whatnot, or not Spotify, but Wikipedia would tell you. It'll tell you all the songs. Let's see if I can get that. The collector in me leaves the shrink wrap on sometimes.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if it's on streaming.
There we go. Let's see if it. No. Oh, here we go. Does it say?
Yeah, I don't see that
No,
album.
it doesn't say.
Oh no, there it is.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Philadelphia Freedom, Mona Lisa's and Manhattan's, Funeral for a Friend, Tonight, and 60 Years On is all blended in the first track, Good Morning to the Night.
Crap,
and so it's really cool. It's really cool.
You got to be in a mind frame for that because I know those songs so freaking well.
Oh yeah, I'm a kind of a completionist when it comes to Elton John. I got everything.
I've limited myself because I realized he has questionable material from like 74, 75.
Right.
But then for me, kind of had a comeback in the late 80s, early 90s. And then he kind of faded out again for me. But I love him.
See, I didn't mind his 90. I didn't mind the Believe album. I didn't mind that.
I like that. That's one of my. Yeah. I like that one. I like Sleeping with the Past. I thought that was the big comeback. Yeah. The One. I love all those albums.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you know, what was it? Victim of Love, where he did John.
Yeah.
He doesn't even play piano on the damn album.
Yeah, I know.
You got to be a real Elton fan. So I'll give you the Elton fan award here.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show one that no one's heard of and no one gives a shit about, but I think it's interesting, so I'm going to show it anyway. Because I can. This is an album called Rock and Roll Joe. This is a collaboration of 3 people, John Platania, Kendall Carson, and Chip Taylor. This is an Americana roots kind of record. So Chip Taylor, he's the guy that wrote Wild Thing, you know, that the Trogs did and Hendrix did. And he also wrote Angel of the Morning that Juice Newton recorded and made famous. Yep. So that's him. And this is on his label, which is called Trainwreck Records. This came out like 2011, so almost 15 years ago now. And so he's obviously puts his own material out on his label, and he's a songwriter or whatever. And John Platania is Van Morrison's guitar player and has been for 50 years. And Kendall Carson's my buddy. She's from, she lives in BC. She's a very in-demand fiddle player in Canada. Right now, she's touring in Shania Twain's band.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah, she's filling in because Shania's regular guitar/fiddle person is out on the road with somebody, and I don't remember who, so they needed a fill-in. And because Alan Doyle is friends with Shania and used to open a lot, Shania asked Kendall to come and play with her for the summer. So yeah.
That's actually funny. Sorry to digress, but just because Shania and Alan Doyle both played the same night at Blues Fest. So she probably was just, did she play both gigs, I guess?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So this is kind of a fun record. So the idea behind this is all 3 of these people are, for all intents and purposes, nobodies, right? And the idea behind Rock and Roll Joe is they want to pay tribute to all the other unsung, session musicians in music that no one's heard of, but have played on a whole bunch of different records. So it's kind of them paying tribute to sort of the working man of rock and roll, right? That doesn't get any recognition, which is kind of what they themselves have done. So it's kind of a very interesting record. You can probably still find it, I guess, at Trainwreck Records. It's been out forever, but she has long since left this label because she had a falling out with Chip Taylor because he's a wanker as well. But I won't share that dirty laundry because that's not my story to share. So, but anyway, a cool kind of Americana record. So there you go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see here. What's Rick saying? Who knew Dion was still around? I didn't know he was still around because, he's got it. When were those first hits in like the early 60s, right? Like Run Around Sue or Run Away or whatever the.
Run Around Sue.
He feels 50s with the doo-wop thing.
But I think those were like early 60s, I think. So, he's getting up there.
Yeah, he had another album after that one, too, another collaboration. They've been around
Rock
since
of the Westies is his favorite Elton John record.
I haven't given that one a good enough chance, so I can't say if I like it or not.
That's not a popular opinion.
No, it's not.
True.
There's Scott.
DJ Vinyl Vertigo, how you doing, Scott?
Yeah.
Share the dirty laundry. I have a couple of friends that are musicians, and they tell me shit on the promise that I don't share it, so I won't share it because I'd like them to still be my friends. So.
Give it 20 years. Give it 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, John, hit us again.
All right. So this is a cool one. If you do like that Fleetwood Mac sound, this came out in '78. This is Walter Egan, not died. And it was produced by Lindsey Buckingham and Walter Egan and some dude I don't know, Richard Gatshot. I don't know. But you have Stevie Nicks doing background vocals on this. Lindsey does he play guitar? I believe he plays guitar on this.
I wonder why it sounds like Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, it does. It has that feel. So the big, you probably know the song, but not the title. The Magnet and Steel is the big hit off of this. Pretty sure you would know it if you hear it. It was a big, I remember being a kid hearing that song. But you got Mick Fleetwood on drums on some of the songs. Like I said, Stevie's back there, and you can hear that voice. It's like when you hear her on a Tom Petty album, you're like, ooh, okay, wait a minute, that's Stevie, So the same thing with this album. I grabbed this at a Goodwill, finally a good find at a Goodwill for $1. I just took a chance on it because the vinyl was clean, and then it's kind of fun, right? When you find that album you just took a chance on, you go, oh crap, that's got a lot of good stuff on it. But I'd say it's a pretty solid album. I don't know much more by him, but it's just cool. If you ever see it and you do like that Fleetwood Mac sound, I would say it's not exactly Rumors or exactly the first self-titled Fleetwood with those guys, but it has a nice feel to it. It's good, clean production, so it's well done. So, and I can guarantee if you see Magnet and Steel, you're gonna know that song. I don't know if he had another hit off of this. No, I don't know, but yeah, good album. So if you see it, it's not a big priced album, but it's a good one to have.
You got me intrigued because of the Fleetwood Mac connection.
When I saw that, I'm like, I got to bring it up because Rob's going to want to know.
I'm going to want to know. I'd never heard of it before, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, just reading the comments.
Which one?
Richard's.
Richard, stay tuned because I can promise you both of those are sitting right here.
You forgot Billy Joel, Richard. Come on.
All right, Richard, just for you, Blue Rodeo's up next.
Okay, deal. I'll throw one in too.
Okay, I want to see that.
All right, Tim.
This is a pretty cool collaboration. This is one that I never would have expected. Not knowing anything about this record, I just bought it because I'm like, well, what can go wrong, right? And you have to be in the right mood for this record. It's not one that you just kind of, you listen to in the car or whatever. It's something you kind of just put in the background, for me anyway. But it's the coolest collaboration between Stuart Copeland of The Police, Adrian Belew of King Crimson, Mark King of Level 42, and then this guy I'm not 100%. He's just some. I actually don't know too much about this guy.
Gizmodrome.
But this is a
There's
cool
always
record.
that other guy in the band, so he's the other guy.
Vittorio Cosmo. So yeah, he's the bassist from Level 42. King Crimson guy there. Stuart Copeland of the Police, and then I think he's just some sort of musician that just plays with everybody. He's friends with friends of friends of friends. Well, this is a pretty cool record. It's not
because usually the drummer's the last guy.
There's a cool shot of the guys.
Oh no, Stuart would be the drummer. That's right.
Pretty groovy dudes.
Yeah.
But it's not it's not a record that you like. It's catchy and it sticks in your brain, but it's just a cool jivey record.
What kind of genre do you think it would?
I don't know, man. Like,
see, I like that. You can't even.
It's more. It's just very. It doesn't like. It just goes all over. Like, you know how Stuart Copeland plays, like on the drum. Like, he's just he's just all over the map, and they're just kind of jamming. It's just like a jamming record. It's so cool, but a functional jamming record, not something that just kind of goes nowhere. It's cool. It's a good listen. Check it out.
You're intriguing a lot of us.
Gizmodrome.
I'm making a list of your albums here. This is good.
Richard wants to know where you find this stuff. I'm guessing at a record store.
Yeah, actually, no, this. No, I think I ordered this one. When did this come out? 2017. 2017 this came out. So.
Yeah, it looks fun. I mean, it looks.
It was pre-COVID, so I was still going to record stores a lot. I don't go so much anymore these days, but you know, I got time for that.
Oh, art rock. All right, cool.
Okay. Richard, because you asked for it.
Here it goes.
Here it comes. Here it comes. The rodeo's 5 days in July. They're probably most.
Double it up.
Hold on. All right.
Here you go, Richard. Double the numbers.
Which one's that? Is that the 2012 repress or is that the new
this
one?
is on 2012. Yeah. It's nothing special. Just black vinyl.
I had that one and I gave it to my wife because I bought this is the deluxe one.
That's the one that came out last year?
2 years ago, yeah.
Okay. Is there a reason to get it or just because you're completionist?
Other than it's orange and it has some extra liner notes in it that the original doesn't have. Like there's a little book. So
I was going to get it, but I don't know. I looked at the price and I'm like, meh.
This band, there is no price limit for me because it's my band. So this is considered their best record from 1993. This is John reviewed it, so John knows this album, and John got the review completely wrong, but that's okay. He didn't understand the album.
Honest next time.
He didn't understand the album, but that's okay.
I'm gonna give it a second listen. We'll give it a shot.
No, it's okay. You got to listen to it with a Canadian to fully grasp its cultural significance. This is kind of variant. So Blue Rodeo, for those that don't know, if you watch my channel, you've heard me talk about them, but they're a rich rock band that have been around for 40 years. This is their sort of answer to Neil Young's Harvest. It's like a campfire classic, this album. So the collaboration on here is Sarah McLachlan. Everybody knows Sarah McLachlan. She's all over this record. So there's a beautiful, beautiful song in here called Dark Angel, which was written by Greg Keeler.
Best song on the album. Best song on the album.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Jim and Greg, the two main guys, they're very often referred to as Canada's Lennon and McCartney. And Greg is the darker, introspective one. He's the Lennon to Jim's Paul. And so he had this song called Dark Angel, and he just couldn't make it work. He only plays guitar. And he plays drums a little bit, but he just couldn't make the song work. And one day Sarah was in the studio because this was recorded at Greg's farm over 5 days in July. And she just sat down at the piano because she'd been hearing them rehearse the song. And she just did her version of it. And Greg's like, that's it. That's it. And they rolled tape on it. And because of Sarah McLachlan, Dark Angel is the beautiful masterpiece that it is now. And her vocals are on another song on here, the closer, which is sort of 2 songs, Know Where You Go, Tell Me Your Dream. She has these very haunting vocals in it, and it's just beautiful. And this was back in the day when she was just starting to become, somebody. This is when I think just before her first big album, I think, if I have my timeline right, early 90s. So yeah, you want some great Sarah McLachlan appearing on some Blue Rodeo, here you go.
Yeah, I got her to sign the back of my
back fuck off.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So I have the band, yeah, there's the band.
Oh man, you just
and then Sarah's on the back.
I got to go change my pants now.
It's not like you don't have any Blue Rodeo signatures.
I mean, I probably have.
Yeah, you probably have more than me, really.
Oh, I undoubtedly have probably 100 Blue Rodeo autographs in this room.
But not on that album.
and I've met them, and they sent me a video to congratulate my wife and I when my son was born. So I got some cool stuff, but I would still love that album signed by all of them, including Sarah McLachlan. I could get it signed by them pretty easily, but the Sarah McLachlan piece might be a little more difficult. But that's cool, man. That's pretty amazing. All right, Richard, I hope you added that to the scorecard, because there's going to be some Bryan Adams. There's probably going to be some Billy Joel coming up. So,
well, you opened the can of worms, buddy. So I just ran over there because I just thought.
All right. Well, John, why hesitate? Here we go. Let her rip.
I'm fresh off of watching part 1 of that Billy Joel documentary, which is like, for a Billy Joel fan, it's like, yeah, give me more of this. Because there's so many stories behind the music and what he dealt with, the music career and depression. And wow, it's so good. So I had to think about, okay, because he didn't collaborate a lot with people. He had different studio guys in, but the bridge, he did. He kind of brought in different people for this. And it was kind of like he's hot off the success of like, I think he had Innocent Man, then you had like Greatest Hits 1 and 2, and then you had, You're Only Human. So he was big, a lot of radio play for him. And he was kind of like at a writer's block period in his time and having a hard time writing, and really relied on some other people to get this done. This is just one of my copies, but I like it because whoever owned it, I only bought it because of this. They actually had passes stuck to the front of the album cover from the tour. I thought that was kind of cool. But there's a lot of collaborations on here. Getting Closer, which is the last song, and I hope they put it out sometime, but there's a studio shot of him with Steve Winwood, and Steve Winwood's playing, I believe, a Hammond B3 or whatever, one of those Bs in there, and they're just jamming. There's a really cool video of him and Billy, just, Billy's on piano and Steve Winwood's over there just killing it on the organ like he does. So it's a real fun jam song. Then you have Code of Silence. He was having a hard time writing, and he brings Cyndi Lauper's in the studio down the hall, brings her in, and then she does this really cool improv thing. So it's a little bit different than the typical Billy Joel song. It's has good lyrics and everything, but she's kind of improvising all the way through. So that's a nice collaboration too. And I think most of those are the 2 big ones, but the big one for me, and I always love the song, and this is why it kind of makes the album's a mix mash of things. You got this 80s sound with like, what was it? A Matter of Trust, and This Is the Time. But then you put this R&B blues song on there with Ray Charles doing Baby Grand. And that's why, and then like Big Man on Mulberry Street goes into this big band kind of sound. I think it even actually was on Moonlighting. They had if you guys remember Moonlighting, they had an episode where Bruce Willis sang, and then Sybil Shepherd sang, and then they did a Billy Joel song, and it was Big Man on Mulberry Street, but it was a throwback to like the 20s or 30s or something. But Baby Grand with him and Ray Charles, and he'd always wanted to perform. Ray Charles was his guy. His daughter's Alexa Ray Joel, named after Ray Charles. So they got together. Even when he did New York State of Mind, he wanted to give that to Ray Charles, and Ray Charles was like, no, I already kind of got Georgia on my mind, so he kind of passed on it. But when they got together for Baby Grand, it was like the perfect song for those 2 to sing together. They're talking about the piano, they're talking about playing in bars and all this stuff. So it was like just the perfect setting. So I'd say that's my favorite collab off the album. But if he ever collaborated with anybody, it would be this album. Because most of the time he had that tight band. He didn't bring a lot of people in. So it's kind of cool to see him do that. And he called this the bridge because it's kind of the bridge in his career of like, where am I going now? Because he always wanted every album to be different. So it's like, okay, what are we going to do now? And he kind of hit that weird writer's block kind of thing, but he was able to bring it together with a little help from his friends right there. So anyway, the bridge, Billy Joel.
All right. Richard, now you need to update the score. Music in the House. Does Sarah have a new album coming out in September? And Scott says, yes, Music in the House. Broken is the title. There you go. I'm having trouble reading today, apparently.
When was the last time she put out an album? It's been a while, right?
Been a while. She's been touring a lot, though. And the 30th anniversary tour of Fumbling Towards Ecstasy. Yes. I didn't know there was a Lilith Fair, Doc. That's cool.
Yeah, I always like that song that didn't she take the letters from somebody that threatened her life and she made it into that song?
I don't know. I'm not enough of a Sarah McLachlan fan. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like she was writing a literal "I'll take your breath away." It was like that big hit that she had, and it was the letter somebody wrote to her that he wanted to kill her or something, kidnap her.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Billy Joel 1, Blue Rodeo 1, Buckingham next 237.
That's about right. That's about right.
All right, Tim.
Okay, let's do. Here we go. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let's do this one. So there was a band, Jellyfish. Have you heard of Jellyfish?
Mm-hmm.
It's a power pop band that kind of got drowned out from all the grunge in the early 90s.
Yep.
If you like power pop, like Supertramp, Queen, stuff like that, the Beach Boys to some degree, like very, like for vocal harmonies and things like that, you would love Jellyfish. They're a really, really good band. They disbanded, and then they came back together, minus a couple of members, over COVID. Some of the members they've kind of gone, like they're just gone. They just don't do anything anymore and refuse to, and they have no social media, no nothing. They don't do anything. But a few of the members got back together and created this band called the Licorice Quartet. So this is their new project over COVID, and they came out with a bunch of EPs, 3 EPs over 2020, 2021, and let me pull this out. It's in my Vinyl Storage Solutions double. So they came out with 3 EPs over a year and a half, and then I don't know how this happened, but this is a Japanese pressing. You could only get it at this time, where they put all the EPs together into an LP. So now this is like a one-stop shop for all the EPs.
Nice.
And this is really good shit if you like power pop. So it's Roger Joseph Manning, and he plays with Beck now. He's plays he's a touring keyboardist for Beck. And then you have Tim Smith and what's the guitar? Eric Dover, who plays with Slash and like that. Anyway, so the 3 of them got together and did this record, and it's really super good. If you're into power pop, Queen, Supertramp, kind of 90s sound, like they kind of bring the retro sound back.
Cool.
Really good record. They're called the Licorice Quartet.
Licorice Quartet. Yeah, I like the artwork. That's cool.
Yeah. I have the EPs, but I just pulled out the LP for convenience sake, because this is just too cool. It comes with this little Japanese, but this particular record itself is not the easiest to find, just because it was like a one-off thing. But I think you can still get the EPs. But really good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, cool transparent blue.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's like a transparent blue.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. I'm going to do a 3-fer because I can. And because it's the same artist. So let's do that. Little band from Ireland. I don't know if anyone's heard of them or not. U2. The much maligned, but my personal favorite, Rattle and Hum from 1988. The album that is supposed to be a concept album, but it was poorly executed. But I still really love it.
It's great.
And my favorite collaboration by them, When Love Comes to Town with B.B. King.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. I have the single with the 45 picture sleeve as well, but I pulled the album. But yeah, love that. Probably my favorite U2 collaboration. And this, if you watched my video last week, you'll know that after years of looking, I finally got this, even though it's a Record Store Day one, that's fine. This is U2's Passengers, and they did a collaboration with Luciano Pavarotti on this record, Miss Sarajevo. Great song. It's a really weird album. It's not U2 in the conventional sense, but there are some incredible songs here and some other songs that are a little too weird for me. But Miss Sarajevo was an incredible song. And last, I think a U2 collaboration that I don't think anyone asked for, but I absolutely love it. On their 18 singles collection, they did a song called The Saints Are Coming with Green Day. Love it. Right? There you go. Simple.
Very cool.
Yes, you two have done a bunch of collaborations, Richard. You are right. There is a fan club. They do a lot. They have a lot of incredible U2.com fan club releases. I have a few of them. I'm not a member of the fan club, but they did a CD called Duels, which is just them doing collaborations with other artists. I have it digitally. But I would like to get the CD at some point in time. So, yeah, they've tons of collaborations with folks. So
yeah, they did something with Scott was bringing up Beyonce. I know they did something with Beyonce at one point.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a live performance. I can't remember which song it was. It was nice.
Cool. Okay, John, we'll go around again.
All right, here's another one with just a ton of collabs. Guy that was at the top of his career, big comeback. Unfortunately, lost him not too long after. But Roy Orbison, Black and White Night, just fun video to watch. A lot of hits on there, and everybody and their mother is on here. I didn't even realize, because at the time when this came out, I wasn't big into Tom Waits. I'm a big Tom Waits guy now, but I didn't realize he was on here too. But Jackson Browne, Elvis Costello, Katie Lang, Bonnie Raitt, Springsteen, Tom Waits, Jennifer Warnes, and they're just there kind of because they knew how big. Even in the Wilburys, you got the Beatles, you got Bob Dylan, you got all these guys that are going, holy crap, we're playing with Roy Orbison. Anybody that got a chance to play with him, realizing how big he was, just did it. So you had like Bonnie Raitt, she didn't even play guitar on this. She did backing vocals. So did Katie Lang, Jennifer Warnes, obviously. But yeah, Springsteen playing guitar in both of those. Costello doing harmonica. Tom Waits just doing organ and acoustic guitar. So they all just kind of contributed to the whole sound. I thought there was somebody we're missing here, but I guess not. But just a fun album. I think it's a double. Yeah, it's a double album, but all its hits are on here. And I remember this being a big thing because it came out in the late 80s or early 90s, maybe late 80s. And it was shot in that black and white. And I thought that was a great choice because it got my attention. Why are they doing this in black and white? What's the whole thing? And then you see these guys you're kind of familiar with, especially Springsteen. It's like, holy crap, but he's in black and white. He's kind of dressed up a little bit, So it's kind of cool to see, but they cover Only the Lonely, In Dreams. They do Mean Woman Blues on here, Pretty Woman, of course. That was the big one.
I remember that vividly. The video with Katie Lang and Roy Orbison was all over Much Music up here, which was our video channel. Like it played multiple times a day.
Yeah, and I think that got my attention. I knew Pretty Woman, and it's just kind of like the songs you knew, but you didn't really pay attention. But when Crying came out for that John Cryer movie or whatever, I was like, oh, what's this? What's this magic kind of thing? And then you realize, it was a song just with him originally kind of thing. But I think they did because I think the Comedians was off of his last album. I'm pretty sure what's it called? Mystery Girl, which is if you don't have that and you haven't listened to it, you got to listen to Mystery Girl. Such a great album to go out on. You know, we lost him. I think it even came out after he passed, from what I remember. So right in that fame of the Traveling Wilburys, and he put out this great album, and we lost him. You know, that was one of the first ones that hit me because you're starting to realize an artist, get into them, and all of a sudden they're gone.
Gone.
You know, so that was so tough. Yeah, even does Blue Bayou on here, which Linda Ronstadt covered, did a version. But it's just a good album, good, steady rock and roll album with a lot of good artists on there. So if you haven't checked it out,
that's one I should track down because it is a good record. You're right.
Yep.
A few comments here. Julie, how you doing? You two played a Leonard Cohen, The Tower of Song. I didn't know that. Okay. TV Eyes was another spin-off from Jellyfish, like the industrial Devo sounds. There you go, Tim. Most of Elvis's stage band was also on stage with Roy. Yep. Are you guys familiar with the collab album called The New Basement Tapes? Absolutely. I don't have it, but as a fan of the band, obviously I know about the original Basement Tapes and the new Basement Tapes. I've heard part of it.
I don't think I've heard that.
Okay, Tim.
All right. Let's do. Here's an interesting collaboration from two giants. And that'd be, I don't know how you guys feel, how well you know this guy's solo career, but Paul McCartney.
Might have heard of him.
Yeah, so I don't know where you guys stand on this particular album, but Elvis Costello, I guess, co-wrote at least half of this record with him.
I didn't know that.
And does offer some vocals and a little bit of guitars on it. Not my favorite album. It is from my understanding, it's more revered with the older folk, because I guess this is when he kind of came back after his 80s just lull of just not doing much, and then he came back with a world tour and all that with this album. But it's got, My Brave Face, Rough Ride, Distractions. Yeah, a bunch of, basically the A side was all with Elvis Costello, and then the B sides not so much, but it's kind of hit and miss for me, but an interesting collaboration nonetheless. And there's some I heard some of the demos that never made this album or Elvis's album. I don't think there's a song called Veronica. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if it made Elvis's, but Paul and Elvis did a song called Veronica. It's actually really good.
Is it the same Veronica as the big hit?
It's called Veronica. But I don't know if it made his album, but I don't know if it did.
Veronica's on Spike, I think, the Elvis Costello album.
Oh, it is on an album?
Yeah.
What made his?
That was a big hit over here.
Yeah, really good. An interesting collaboration, but yeah, I thought I'd pull that one out.
Very cool.
So Paul McCartney was part of Veronica?
What's that?
Paul McCartney was part of the Veronica song?
He was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was part of the collab, the sessions that they did.
Yeah, because I believe that's a song about Elvis's grandmother and Alzheimer's.
Okay, is that what it is?
I believe so.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's the song.
So Rich wants to know, what is the new Basement Tapes? So the new Basement Tapes. So the original Basement Tapes was, Bob Dylan and the band. And the new Basement Tapes was a super group, I guess. It's Jim, James, I believe, Marcus Mumford, Taylor Goldsmith from Dawes, and some other people got together, and they had some lyrics that Dylan wrote during the period of the Basement Tapes that were never finished into full songs, as I understand it. So kind of the way that Billy Bragg and Wilco did with the Woody Guthrie songs, the new Basement Tapes group did with some unfinished Dylan songs in the spirit of the original Basement Tapes. So it's interesting. I should pick it up because I like Dawes, and Taylor Goldsmith is on there. So yeah, so Scott's helping me out here. A bunch of lyrics Dylan realized by such artists. Oh yeah, Elvis Costello was on that. How the hell could I forget that? Ranagins, yes. So it's
cool.
I think it came out about 10 years ago, I think, at this point. So yeah.
Masters of Folk, yeah.
Is it my turn or is it Tim's turn?
You're up.
You just showed McCarty.
Yeah.
See, fuck. Every week, invariably, I screw up whose turn it is. It happens every week. All right. Since we talked about Roy Orbison, I mean, the greatest collaboration that there ever was.
Yep.
And if you don't agree, that's fine. You can be wrong. The Traveling Wilburys. And I would say it's a super group, but I mean, it started off as a collaboration. As I understand the story, Harrison was working on a song that was going to go on some compilation that was going to be released in England. He was working on it. And I guess Dylan came over to his house because they're buddies, and he helped him out with a little bit of it. And Roy happened to come over, and they're like, well, if Roy's coming over, we can't just have Roy sitting on the couch.
Yep.
So they wrote a vocal part for Roy, and that song ended up becoming Handle with Care, which is, the lead single off of this. And I guess the session went so good, like, well, we just got to make an album. And they did, and it's absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Everyone knows it, I think, so I don't need to belabor the point. And even Volume 3, there is Volume 2. Volume 3 is really good as well. Unfortunately, Roy had passed away. That's a great what if album for me, because they were going to ask Del Shannon to be Roy's replacement, but then Del Shannon passed away quite tragically before he could join the Wilburys. So they soldiered on with the four of them and still put out what I think is also a really good record. But this is just a monster of awesomeness. So there you go. That away in a second. Let's see here. Yes, classic. Great supergroup collaboration, indeed. Okay, let's go around a couple more times. We still got a few more minutes, so what do you got there, Joe?
Okay. Yeah, I was just looking up Del Shannon because I knew, well, in Running Down a Dream, Petty mentions Del Shannon. I wasn't sure if he played on it, but I guess not. Yeah.
He tragically took his own life, so.
Yeah, and that was because Petty was working with him on something. I think
yeah.
I forgot what the album was he was going to put out. I think even Roger McGuinn was doing something with him at the time. I don't know. I get it all mixed up.
I don't know if Del was working on Full Moon Fever, I think, with Tom.
Yeah,
that was the album in between the two Wilburys records, and most of the Wilburys are on it. I think he might have been contributing to that. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up. Yeah, I don't remember. But he in that song, he says, me and Del were singing, Little Runaway.
Little Runaway.
Yeah. So it's definitely a nod to him.
Yep.
So this next one I picked up I think I got it at the same time as that Walter Egan. And it was another one I'm like, I know who this guy is. The album's cheap. Let me check it out. But it's John Entwistle. Too Late the Hero. And it's just a weird looking album cover, but definitely heavy on the bass. The bass lines are definitely heard in each song. But I like his music. He introduces a lot of humor into his music. He doesn't take it very seriously, which you kind of can see it here. This is not a very serious album cover. Kind of looks serious, but what's up with the samurai, whatever the heck's going on back there. But I just picked it up and I'm playing it, and it's like kind of like the Walter Egan album. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this guitar sounds familiar, the backup vocals sound familiar. What the hell's going on? So, and I showed you this, Rob, I think.
Yep.
And if you see right there, the guy holding his ears, that's Joe Walsh. Yeah.
Yep.
And he's all over this freaking album. It's well-produced, another well-produced album. Entwistle has a lot of albums, solo albums away from The Who, and they're good. They're really good. You don't find them, though, but they're quality albums. He just didn't really have hits, but he had a lot of good songs. But you can just tell they're having fun, and the album feels fun when you listen to it. Like I said, I don't think there's any hits on it at all. But kind of cool. We got to there, and you got a little bit of lyrics. I think it's just on regular black vinyl. But just thought of Goodwill. It was clean. Yeah, I can't find it on I've never seen another copy of it before, but it's a fun album to put on. And I don't know what all this is. I guess it's a promo. Yeah, it is a promo, I guess, because it has this Atco Records thing on here. And then on the back, it has kind of like that little stamp you see on promo records. So I don't know if it's a white label or not, or what it is. Nope, it's not. Yeah, just kind of a cool album with good production, fun songs, and you got that Joe Walsh guitar, that slide going through there, and it's just a fun freaking album. You know, just one of those you're like, hey, I paid $1. That's awesome. Look how good I did. So that's my other one, John Entwistle.
There you go. Petty produced Dell's Rock on album in '91. That's right.
Yeah, I knew they were doing something. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay, Tim.
All right. I'll swing back one more time with the blues, just because this record's awesome. I think it won some Grammys, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, how can you go wrong with Clapton and B.B. King?
Oh yeah.
Like, this is a great album. Just the guitar, it's well recorded. The guitar tone, just this singing I don't care for. They could make an instrumental album, and I would listen to it. Yeah. Like when these two guys get, like when he plays a lick and then he plays off the lick, and like it's you got some standards on here, and then you got some newer stuff that I think maybe they wrote, but 3 O'Clock Blues and Riding with the King, right? 10 Long Years, Key to the Highway.
Yeah.
Like stellar blues album. And it's pretty contemporary where it's not too bluesy. So for those that aren't super into blues, will probably like it. I don't know if you guys have heard this one.
Yeah, I have that. In fact, Riding with the King is very commercial friendly.
Yeah.
The title track. Yeah.
I have it on CD. I've been looking for it on vinyl and still haven't come across it yet.
Yeah. I would have liked to seen that collab like maybe 10 years, 20 years prior to it, but I'll take it. You know, when it came out, it's like, well, give it to me.
Yeah.
Clapton's a wanker. I think we're probably going to see Clapton appear a lot when we do our wankers episode.
I know this week's episode has been kind of half wankerville.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to do 3 here by the same artist, because I was only going to show 1, but now I'm going to show 3 because this was brought up and Rich asked the question about it. And so the new Basement Tapes, I'm going to talk about the original Basement Tapes. This is Bob Dylan and the band. I think everyone knows the story, maybe. The band rented a house in Woodstock, New York. Dylan came to hang out. They recorded the band's first album, Music from Big Pink, which Dylan wrote a few of the songs on there. And then they just did a bunch of jams that ended up being this here, the Basement Tapes, which is really good, even though I hate Dylan because I think he sounds like a cat getting fed to a wood chipper. But yeah, so the reason that Dylan and the band did a lot together is they were his backing band before they became the band. They were Ronnie Hawkins' band, and then they became Dylan's band, and then they became the band. So they did Music from Big Pink. They did the original Basement Tapes. They did a live record called Before the Flood. And then my personal favorite, the band did a 4-night residency at the Academy of Sound in New York. And that 4 nights was recorded, and it became this album, Rock of Ages, which is great. It's the band. They're backed by a whole horn section arranged by Alan Toussaint. It's beautiful. And Dylan showed up one of the nights and came on and sang a couple songs. So an incredible live record. I think Dylan sings 3 songs in this record. So, Dylan and the band, they have a lot of stuff. Dylan's album Planet Waves is actually Bob Dylan and the band. So there's a lot there. Yep. Unfortunately, because I love the band and I hate Dylan. Let's see here.
Okay.
Music in the House saying Clapton played with B.B. King back in '67 in New York, so that album was definitely some wish fulfillment.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do. You want to do a speed round, John? How many you got left there?
I have a whole bunch. I can do a couple. Let me throw a couple in here.
Yeah. Let's. Let's go. Maybe we'll do 2 more rounds. How about that? And then
Two
we'll
more?
wrap this thing up. Show as many as you want to show.
Okay, I'll show like 2. This brings you back to Tom Morello, which I mentioned earlier, but he collaborated with Springsteen on this High Hopes album, which I just realized there was a CD too. It just kind of came flying out. I forgot it was in there. So this was put out is during the CD phase, so you got about 3 songs per side. But Morello's guitar just adds something to this album. Springsteen really knew how to use them for his songs, and I thought it was great. Probably some of the heaviest stuff I've heard Springsteen do. I was trying to think of anything he's done like in your face like this on a couple songs, and I can't think of anything where it's just hard rock, like heavy rock.
I was very curious how that sounded because I'm in the midst of a huge Springsteen thing, and I do not like Tom Morello's guitar playing. Can't stand it. So I was kind of curious how that sounded.
Yeah. Well, for me, my favorite track on here, they redo The Ghost of Tom Joad, and it punches you in the freaking stomach.
Really?
It starts off with just boom, like drums, bass, everything, boom. And then it mellows out, and then Springsteen comes in singing. Morello even sings a little bit on the song. But when you go into the solos, it's like, holy crap. It's just, he channels it really well. It just, you can feel, he's feeling the song. So
I can't imagine their 2 music blending together. I so dislike Morello's playing. So.
Yeah, for me, and it does have that scratchy kind of thing, but it has these parts where it takes you on a journey. It's like a well done solo. So it takes you through there, and you've got these melodic parts where it's like building up scales, but it goes so well with the song.
I'm going to have to listen to it digitally before I buy that because
give that a shot.
I don't know if I can get on board with that one.
But there's a lot of really good songs on here. High Hopes, the title track, it has to me like a gospel feel with a choir, but it's really high energy, energetic song, and it starts off really good it's really drum driven. That's really good. Harry's Place, I kind of had a problem with Springsteen, especially on I think Devils and Dust, where he. I don't mind people cursing on albums, throwing F-bombs or whatever, but for me, I feel Springsteen's above that, if it makes sense. He's such a good writer.
He doesn't need to do it.
It doesn't. And some of it works, but it's almost like, dude, you didn't have to put that in there. So it does take me out of it just a little bit, but the rest of the album's so good, it's okay. But like Harry's Place is like this seedy place where everybody's rough around the edges, kind of cool song. They do American Skin, that 41 Shots. I don't know if you ever heard that song, but it's about the kid in New York where he got, shot down by the police, basically. Very good lyrically, and that's what I love about Springsteen. If he puts you in that situation of what happened, kind of thing. There's another one. Hunter of Invisible Game. So good. I don't know if it's spiritually searching for truth in life or whatever, but the way it's got like I don't know if it's just keyboards or if there's an orchestra, but it has this nice melodic orchestra melody going through it, but it comes with acoustic, and the lyrics are so good. You're just like, man, this is like Springsteen at his writing best. It's just so good. But then he does The Ghost of Tom Joad. Like I said, it's worth checking out. I love the fact that, because the original Ghost of Tom Joad is just acoustic. This thing, they're like, we're gonna rock this freaking thing out, and like I said, it just pounds you in the face when it comes on. So
I'll have to listen to it digitally.
Yeah, definitely an album I can recommend. I don't think even a lot of people even know about this album. So, and I got it on a whim when it first came out, like at Target or Walmart. I saw it and I'm like, oh, it's Springsteen, let me get it. Loved it. Yeah, it's a good album.
Cool.
So definitely check that one out.
Cool.
Even the artwork.
You want to show any more? Well, maybe we'll make this the last round, because by the time we get all done, we'll be at the 2 hour mark. So if there's anything else you want to show it.
Okay, let me show another collab I liked was I do like. Okay, I'll show 2 more. Here we go. There we go. All right, first one is these 2 got together. I thought it was kind of cool. You got Emmylou Harris and Mark Knopfler. Just love this album, All the Road Running. I've always kind of liked Emmylou Harris, but never bought any of her stuff. Obviously, I like Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits, but it was kind of a cool collab. 12 songs. All the Road Running is cool, and Love and Happiness. It's just kind of like a nice country feel. And Knopfler puts a little bit of that country into his solo stuff. So I like that, but it took me a while. I can't find this on vinyl. The closest I came was I think this is a radio broadcast of them during that tour called Balcony of Love. And they even do a couple Dire Straits songs where Emmylou accompanies him on vocals. So it's very cool. It has Romeo and Juliet on it. And I forgot what else. But anyway, so they do songs off of that. So I thought this was kind of a cool collab. And then my last one is 2 Warren Zevon albums. Just had to bring him up. This was his last album, and talk about a ton of people on here. You even had like Billy Bob Thornton was on here doing backups. We have Springsteen jumping in. I think Jackson Browne was a part of this. Just a lot of, he worked with, if you look at his albums, he always had a lot of people involved. He played with Joe Walsh at one time. You have Lindsey Buckingham, I think Stevie Nicks at one point. You got Linda Ronstadt that played with him at some point. And he always just used these different artists for their talents and really enhanced his album. So this was the one he put out, recorded as he was basically on his way out. You can hear it in his voice. But it's just a really cool album to see a lot of people come together and support him to put this project together before he passed away. So very cool. But he also collabed on this one. I just picked this up on Record Store Day. Him with the Hindu Love Gods. And basically it's Warren Zevon with REM without Michael Stipe. So they even do a cover of Raspberry Beret on here. But the interesting part about this is it's mostly kind of like a blues-based album. A lot of bluesy stuff, which you don't associate with REM or really Warren Zevon.
No.
But it freaking works. I got it because it's Zevon, and I'm pretty much a completist on all his stuff now. And I'm glad I grabbed it because I'm like, and I almost missed it on Record Store Day because Hindu Love Gods, I didn't even think about it. And it was a very short release in the 90s, I think. So it almost passed me up until somebody said, hey, that's Zevon. I'm like, okay, mine. But yeah, just a cool collaboration, well produced, and very cool album. So there you go.
Right on. Right on. Let's get caught up on a few comments here. Scott thinks I'm funny. Many people think I'm just funny looking. So there you go.
It goes
where are we here? Ghost of Tom Joad is definitely a different version, much harder. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Rich said he purged all his Springsteen except Born to Run and Darkness on the Edge of Town. Good Lord.
Come on, Richie. No, Born in the USA? Come on, man.
That's harsh.
That's as punk as you get.
Western Stars isn't pretty solid for his later stuff.
I love that album.
I haven't heard it yet. I'm hooked on Letter to You right now.
And that one I can't get into.
Oh,
I don't know why. I have it. I haven't gotten rid of it, but I'm like,
listen to it again today.
Yeah, I'll give it another shot. But Western Stars, it's got an old, like traditional country feel to it.
Right.
But the storytelling, it's amazing. Yep.
Somebody, I don't know who this clown is, but he wants to inform us that the Jays beat the Yankees.
I hope they keep it up. I'm going to see them on the 27th.
Nice.
They're playing the I think they're playing the Twins.
Sweet.
If I'm not
I
mistaken.
haven't been to a game in a very, very long time. I don't miss many games, so I watch them all, but I don't get to actually go very often. Did you listen to Western Stars? Rich says no. Scott says he digs Wrecking Ball. I haven't heard Wrecking Ball yet.
That's a tough one to get into. It's a little mixed match, but it's not a bad album.
Yeah, Letter to You is fantastic. I agree. Twins beat the Dodgers. Right on.
I would Western Stars, real quick, is like him really trying to promote his vocals, not like in a very pure way. Like it stood out to me how he presented his vocals in that album. He was really pushing his limits, but it fit really well for him.
Cool. All right, Tim.
I've only got one left, but this is just a 2 minute intermission. Since I got John here, John, what's your take on these two albums?
Okay, I have those. Obviously.
What's your take on them? I got to know.
Okay. Well, the Hassles, they were actually a good Long Island band that were trying to get somewhere, but it was still in the cheesy phase. Attila, they'll tell you it's probably the worst album ever made, but I found a little love about it because you got Billy Joel and John Small, just organ and drums. Yeah, in the Meat Locker. Those costumes are actually costumes from the movie Ben-Hur. They actually got those from that movie. It's distorted Hammond B organ.
It doesn't sound good. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But I found something in it. Probably because I'm a Billy Joel fan. But they wanted to be Led Zeppelin. Billy Joel wanted to be Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin was big, and they didn't quite hit the mark. But the Hassles had a couple little decent.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, if I wasn't a Billy Joel fan, I wouldn't have picked it up. But I got it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, my last one. This is another, one guy has help from all his friends. This is a bootleg. I don't know if they actually. There might be non-bootleg versions of this album. I have the repress, but this is. Have you heard Roger Waters? I'm Used to Death.
Love that album.
So this album is incredible.
Yep.
It's honestly, I feel like this to me is better than Pink Floyd. Like this has got Don Henley. It's got Jeff Beck's all over it. It's like that's his hired gun for this album.
Yeah.
It's got who else is on here? Toto. All the members of Toto were on here. Jeff Porcaro and David Paik. They're all on this. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. If you look at who's on this thing, it's ridiculous. But I just the whole concept of, I don't know why they changed the cover. Like this is the original cover with the monkey looking at the TV, basically just zoning out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what the album's all about.
Mm-hmm.
But when they did the repress, I don't like it, but when they did the repress, it's like a kid. Like it's like a kid in front of like this giant screen. I don't know why they changed that.
I don't know. Is that his signature on there?
What's that?
Is that his signature, or is that part of
I got his. I met him a couple of times.
Man.
So this is that's the repress.
Yeah, that and Pros and Cons are my favorite albums by him.
Oh, Pros and Cons is awesome too. And Eric Clapton's was all over that one.
Yeah, I think David Sanborn's on that too, playing set.
Yeah, but I like this one better. I just find it's a little more rocky, and
the song God, that's a good song.
It's less, that one's more like Pros and Cons is more bluesy. Not really bluesy, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, it has that feel.
This one's more rocky. Like Jeff Beck is just killing it. He's just crushing it on this album.
Yeah, and it's not too crazy. His guitar work's kind of contained a bit on it.
Yeah, and Jeff Porcaro on the drums is just so spot on.
Yeah, I have that on CD. I got to give that a look.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I have the copy I bought. When did that come out? 92 or something?
91, 92, yeah.
Yeah, I still have my original CD of that.
Yeah.
Curtis, good evening.
It's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah,
just love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Right on. Okay, that it for you, Tim?
That's it.
Okay. I got 3 to show here. Okay, this is for Joe, who's not here this week. But this is his favorite artist. So, Richard, if you're keeping score, here's the man. There you go. Scott's saying he's signing off. He's got to get ready for his radio show. Thanks for joining us, Scott, man. Good to talk.
Yep.
Good to speak with you this evening.
See you, Scott.
I can't even talk tonight. God damn. Joe, my partner in crime from On a Vinyl, huge Bryan Adams fan. Just absolutely loves him. So I'm going to show this because this has 3 collaborations on it. I would argue one is good, one is okay, and one is a steaming pile of shit. So there's Only Love with Tina Turner, which I think is pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Right. Then you have All for Love, which was Bryan Adams with Rod Stewart and Sting.
Not so much. It's too cheap.
It's not bad.
It's bad.
It's not bad. Can anyone guess what the steaming pile of shit is?
I thought it was that one.
No, it's When You're Gone with Mel C from the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Now, there's one that's even worse. On his anthology, which is his one of his many greatest hits packages, he re-recorded When You're Gone with fucking Pamela Anderson.
Oh, I heard that version.
And it's dreadful.
Yeah.
I would rather have Bob Dylan sing in my ear for the rest of my life than to listen to that song one more time.
Was he trying to hook up? Why would he even have? She's not even a vocalist.
I don't know. It's disgusting.
Huh.
Okay, I'm going to show the one that was my inspiration for this whole topic. Stevie Nicks' Belladonna, amazing record, and I don't think it would have been made without the collaborations from Tom Petty, Don Henley, and Mike Campbell. So obviously, Stop Dragging My Heart Around was the song she did with Tom Petty, and Leather and Lace was the song she did with Don Henley. Wanker, which we're going to get to in a couple weeks. So yeah, this was kind of the one that made me. Both of those are great songs, and this is an incredible album. So yeah, this was the one that made me think of doing this topic. And lastly, what I think is maybe one of the greatest collaborations of all time, Under Pressure with Queen and David Bowie. Yep. Not a David Bowie fan, massive Queen fan. What an incredible song. So, and John ran away. Oh, there he is.
I'm right here.
There he is. Like Richard's comment. Yes, exactly. Good grief. I don't know what maybe he was going for a music video. I really don't know. So
that's a good topic for a video, like worst collaborations or worst.
Oh.
Like worst appearances on an album. Because there's been some pretty good stinkers.
There's been some bad ones.
Yeah.
Final score: Bryan Adams won, Billy Joel won, Blue Rodeo won, Buckingham Nicks 237.
And the Billy Joel's Rob's fault because I didn't pick it, but he brought up Blue Rodeo, so I'm like,
well, it's Richard's fault because Richard brought up.
He did. He put it in our heads.
Maybe Blue Rodeo should count twice because Tim showed the record too. So.
Yeah, that's right.
I intentionally do not pick Billy Joel when I do these, but somehow it comes in.
Somehow it happens.
Actually, Billy Joel's 3 because you brought up Attila and the Hassles.
Attila and the Hassles. So you got to
Richard.
I love the fact that you even have those albums, so you get big props there.
Richard, you're not doing a very good job of scorekeeping this evening.
You just need Hour of the Wolf. You don't have that by the Hassles, their last album.
Yeah.
Richard says he takes full responsibility.
Good.
That was fun, guys. I think we talked about some interesting stuff. So we'll do as I always do and go around the horn and, feel free to talk about whatever you want about your channel. If you have one, if you don't have one, talk about something else, like maybe you met Beck this week or something. So, Tim, what's going on in your world?
Yeah, I went to see my last show was Beck. I got to see him. He put on a good show. It's like half of it was symphonic, and then the other half was with the band. So I met him after the show, got some stuff, and Blues Fest is all over. So that's I got nothing until I'm hoping I can go. I do have a ticket to see The Darkness. So.
Where are they playing near you? Are they playing Ottawa or what?
What's that?
Where are they playing? Ottawa?
Montreal. Yeah, which is not a big deal. It's in a club.
They're playing. So they're playing in Kitchener for me, in a club, and I'm going.
That's kind of loud club. Yeah, is it a big club?
The only problem is it's 2 days before I go to Toronto to see the Sparks. So it's like I'd have to go to Montreal, come home, work the next day, get ready for So I'm gonna try and swing it, but
you and I need to talk sometime between now and then because I want to meet Justin Hawkins, so I got to know you. I got to know your tricks. So
and I'll try and hit you up there and when I'm in Toronto because I'm there overnight. So
yes, please do. When's that again? What
mid-September.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be around. John, what's going on? Walking and talking and whatever.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get back into it because I told you I had like some hernia surgery about 2 weeks ago. So I'm back.
How you feeling? Better?
Yeah, it was great. It actually worked out really well, but just didn't have the energy to put the videos together. So I did a lot of binge watching, which one of my videos will be. I was hoping to get it out before part 2, but just my discussion about the first part of the Billy Joel documentary, just to talk about that. And then I have a stack of CDs over here I want to show, new pickups kind of thing. Got a kind of a neat variety of stuff. Because lately, I'm mixing up the CDs with the vinyl, kind of matching a little bit here. That's why I kind of did music talk with John, so I could talk about anything.
Yep.
So, but yeah, just hoping to kind of get to that and get back to the walk and talks. I do miss that, the people like making fun of me or making comments as I walk by with my my GoPro up in the air. So we'll see what I attract when I do that again. But, yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting back to the videos. It's like, you're very good about doing every Friday, so you have your Sunday video. I'm a little more sporadic and weird about it. But then I realize I'm back, buddy. I'm back.
John's back. Hey, Chance.
Yeah. So
there you go, man.
Yeah, I just kind of like being more.
Hold on. Let me full size.
All right, John. These are just
no, that's cool.
Beck and I, and then
was he talkative or what was he like?
Oh yeah, we chatted for about 5 minutes. I was talking to him about his the video he did with Paul McCartney where he was like superimposed on his face and stuff.
Yeah.
And then just during Blues Fest, I got there's Rick Allen.
Nice.
And who else? Phil Collin.
Oh, cool.
And,
action
Black Francis of the Pixies.
Okay, yeah, I recognize him.
Yeah, and Hozier. I feel like Hozier.
Oh, is that okay? Cool.
Yeah, Hozier.
So how do you just find the opportunity to meet all these guys?
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
I just knowing the city well enough, it's pretty it's easier. Toronto, like when I go to Toronto, I'm gonna try and meet Sparks when I see them, but I don't know the venue and I don't know the city, so it makes it harder.
Yeah.
What venue are they playing?
Queen Elizabeth.
Okay, yeah, I don't know that one very well.
It's in I've been told it's like this park.
Yeah, we do old school over here. We have a place called Ruth Eckerd Hall, and it's a smaller venue. Really good sound, but smaller. But we can do old school, go around the back, and we sometimes we meet people, sometimes we don't. It's kind of like so we get autographs there every once in a while.
Cool, yeah. Like in town where I am here, like I know how each venue works, so it just makes it's easy for me. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's awesome.
Cool. Only update for me is I did a video on Sunday that was, it was primarily about how I finally got a copy of U2's Passengers, but also some other stuff that I picked up recently. I think I'm kind of moving to the video every other week thing now. Work has been absolute insanity, so every week I don't know if that's going to happen, but we're still going to be doing this every week. So, yeah. Tim's the autograph stalker. So
what venues are you not allowed back to now?
There's only one venue, like the main arena in our city. Like they have very eager or horny. There's whatever, the security is pretty tight.
Yeah.
Like you go anywhere near if you look at the arena, they're all like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" But you can still get people. Like I've gotten Rod Stewart driving out.
Oh, that's
cool. I'll leave during the encore. I'll swing out back where they kind of get out, and he drives out. If you catch him fast enough, and he rolled down, and he signed a record for me. And
very cool.
Yeah, so it's possible. You just gotta know. There's some tricks.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's going to do it this week. To everyone that joined us tonight, thank you for chatting with us. We always enjoy that. And for those folks who are going to watch us later on, thanks for spending a couple hours with us. Please check out Music Talk with John. Tim doesn't have a channel, but he pops up here from time to time. These fellas may be back next week, depending on their schedule, or they may not. I'll have a couple other folks if they're not, but Joe and Daryl are away for the next 2 weeks. So I'll still be here with either these guys or somebody else. So thanks for joining us this evening. We will see everybody next week. Thank you for watching.
All right.